Hey guys, it's Peter. Welcome to my kitchen. Well, it's here. The new Ninja Luxe Cafe Espresso Maker. I can't wait to show you this because it's amazing. Hang with me. This is the latest Ninja Luxe Cafe machine. I've had several of the Ninja coffee makers over the years and they've worked okay. I've also had an espresso machines. I've had the Keurig machines. I've had the Jura fully automatic machine, which I love. But when I saw this one, I said, oh my God, I gotta have that. So I'm a coffee fanatic. You probably are too. Everybody in my family are coffee fanatics. So we don't mind spending money on new coffee machines and, let's be honest, coffee toys. All right, let me show you what came in the box. Of course, the new Ninja Cafe Luxe machine was here. It will do espresso drinks, regular coffee drinks, cappuccinos, cold brews. What I love about it also is that over here, which I'll show you in a couple of minutes, it will grind the beans as you need them. It also has this great frother, and this comes with the machine and it sits right here. So it really can do so many things all in one compact machine. Now, all my other machines, like my Jura machine, which I do love, I have to froth the milk through a little frother that I have that sits beside it, same way with an espresso. But to have it all right here, all in one, is really a great idea. Let me show you here what also came into the box. And we have the portafilter, which is here. The portafilter weighs about 1 pound, and this is the double espresso basket. So that fits right into here, and it has little grooves. You can see the grooves of where they fit in. Then you have the Luxe filter, which this will make regular coffee or large cappuccino drinks or quad espressos, which is a great idea for me. You have the tamper, which is right here, and you also have this filler cap, which we'll be showing you in a couple of minutes what this is for. This helps keeps the grounds from going everywhere whenever the machine is grinding it into the portafilter. Also, it came with a starter kit, which in here has the water filter test, actually the pH balance test, and you'll have to go through that on the initial setup. So you just has little strips and you fill up a glass of water and you put that in there, and it will tell you what the hardness level is, and you can set your machine up for that. It also has some cleaning items in through here, and let me just set this all aside and show you some different cool things on the machine. Over here you have a side door, and this is where you can put your filters. They fit like right in through here, and then you also have a brush, so if you get kind of messy, you can actually use the brush and kind of clean things up. And also all your filters can fit right in through here. Then over on the other side, this is where the tamper goes. It goes right in through here, and this is where it stays. And then you have this piece, holds your filter like here, right there, just like that. This is also where you're gonna be setting the grind level, which is gonna tell you what to set this for later. I'll be showing you that. So I wanna show you the top of this. This is a place that you can warm your cups. Now, I gotta tell you, this has been sitting there for a while. It's not very warm. If it's me, I'm probably gonna fill this full of hot water when I start out, and that's gonna make the glass or the cup hot. Here is your coffee bean area. Now, you can only use whole beans in the machine. You cannot be using pre-ground beans in the machine. And if you're going to be changing out the beans, you have to go through quite a little process to change out the beans. So for me, I'm not going to be doing the changing, so that's not my deal. So let me get this set up, and we're going to be doing our first espresso drink. Before we get started, I also want to share with you that I forgot to mention that it comes with an inspiration guide, as all Ninja products do, and then a quick start guide as well. We're going to be making 5 drinks today. I'm going to be making an espresso, a cappuccino, a flat white, a frozen coffee, and then we're going to wind it up with a cold brew coffee, which is one of my favorites. So let's start off with the espresso first. We're going to take the portafilter and we're going to be attaching to the portafilter the double espresso basket. Now on top of that, we're going to be using this filler gap. or filter cup rather, it's going to slide right in here. Now, how this machine knows what's in here and how much coffee to make is when you slide the portafilter in, it has a scale. And so it's weighing how much does this portafilter in the basket weigh. Then you're going to see some options right up here. And this one says espresso, and then a regular coffee, and then a double is right up here. This is also telling us what should the grind level be. So this is saying 11, and I have it set here for 11. Now if I want it different, I can see I'm just changing it over here with my hand. I'm changing the grind level, and the machine is making adjustments for us. All right, so now I'm just going to press start grind, and here in a couple of seconds it's going to grind the coffee. All right, that beep says the coffee grinds are ready, and you can see that it has ground the coffee for us very, very well. Now you have to use the tamper, and you leave this in place, set it on a flat surface, and then you just create the puck. You just bend it down like that, press it all the way, and you can see it's got a great puck inside. Now, if you see this orange little dot, and then you see the orange dot over here, that shows us where we need to be. Oh, I got to take that off, sorry. All right, this shows us where we need to be with the orange dot. You bring this to the left, and then you push up, and then just simply pull over, just like that. Make it nice and tight. Now, this is going to be for a double espresso drink. It's all set up. Now we're just going to hit Start Brew. Now we have our first shot of a double espresso, and let me tell you that, wow, that's strong. But it's delicious. All right, so you can see it builds a great crema right here. The espresso is super strong, which is delicious to me. That'll wake you up for sure. Now I'm going to stop and set up again. I'm going to clean up the portafilter because you have to do that every time. And I'm going to get us set up and make a cappuccino. Be right back. Okay, everybody, boy, that espresso looked great, didn't it? And it was really, really strong. But right now I'm going to move on, and I'm going to show you how to do a cappuccino on this machine. So I have here 5 ounces of whole milk, and you can look on here, you can see that it shows you the levels to do the cappuccino and then also the latte. So I have 5 ounces of milk. I'm going to pour that in. And if you look inside, you can see at 5 ounces, it's right there on that line for the cappuccino. This has the steamer, and then also it'll froth just by putting this right here. It does it automatically. So put that up here. I'm going to choose which level of froth I want, and I want a very thick one. This also lets you choose either a milk type froth or being a dairy, or also it has plant-based. So I'm just using regular whole milk here. I'm going to press this, and it's going to take about 2 minutes or so for this to get ready. So we're going to let the milk froth. We're going to come back and then move on to the next step of making a great cappuccino. Okay, the frothing of the milk is ready. So all you have to do is just pull this out, and you can see how beautifully it frothed that up. Now take a quick wet towel and just clean this off every time. You have to do it every time. Clean it up. Now watch this. This is so interesting. When you push this back, the steam is going to come out, and it's going to clean the inside of that. Watch that. Now I decided I'm going to make this a vanilla latte, so I'm just going to put a couple of shots of the vanilla syrup in there. Now I pour in the frothed milk into the cup. Now we have to get the coffee ready. So again, we're using the double espresso basket. I have here this piece. We're going to slip this right in here, just like the other one. Now it's telling us that we need a level 10 on the grind. So I'm going to move that over to a 10. So I'm going to press this and it's going to grind the coffee for us. Okay, this is ready. Bring it over, use our tamper, push down, make the puck. Now we're going to set this over here inside of the machine. Now we're ready to make the cappuccino and the espresso. And there we have the cappuccino. Of course, if you want to cover this up, you can just simply move some of the cream over and cover that up if you want to make it look a little more fancy. Just really simple, just do like that. And you're all set to go. All right, so put a little cinnamon on top here, use some sweeteners if you want, and you got a fantastic cappuccino right from the machine. So simple, right? Let's go on to the next one. We're now going to do a flat white. Be right back. All right, now I'm going to move on and do the flat white for you. Here we have 5 ounces of milk. I'm going to pour that into the frother again and get this ready. I've set this up to be on the second froth level, and now I'm just going to press start. It'll take a couple of minutes for that froth to build up, and we'll be right back. It's impressive that it does this. Okay, we're going to go ahead and make the espresso now for the flat white. I put the portafilter there, and up here it's going to tell us what the grind should be. It should be 10, and that's what I have it set for. We're going to grind the beans. Use our tamper to make the puck. Take this off now. We'll move it over here to make the espresso. Okay, now remember on a flat white that you have a little bit of coffee on the top of the milk. So here I have that. I'm going to pour the milk on top. And we just put a little bit of coffee right there on the top. And that, my friends, is a flat white. Okay, I've made 3 great coffee drinks for you. Straight espresso, a cappuccino, and a flat white. Now I'm going to get set up to make some cold coffees for you. We're going to make a frozen coffee, and we're going to make a cold brew, which is one of my favorites. So let me get the machine set up for that. I'll be right back. Okay, my friends, now we're going to make a frozen coffee, and I'm using the Luxe portafilter on this one, the Luxe basket in the portafilter. We're going to slide this in, and the machine's going to automatically know that we're using the larger filter on this one, the basket. So if you look right here, it's telling me that we should have a setting on the grind of a 23. So I'm going to move that over to a 23. Then over here, I'm going to move this to espresso, and we're going to go to quad. You see that? Now it's changing its mind because I moved this setting and it wants it at 18. So I move that back to 18, okay? So we're making a quad, which is a 4 shot espresso, okay? All right, you can see that this thing ground a lot of coffee in there. So, however, you don't use the tamper whenever you are doing this one. So you just kind of shake it down by pressing, just shaking it down like this. Whether you're doing this to make regular brewed coffee, like a classic coffee, or you're doing this for a quad espresso, you don't use that. You know what, I think that did a little too much, but it's all right. You're not supposed to use this, but I'm going to, just to knock it down a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we'll put this in here. Okay, let me get my cup. Okay, so now we're going to make the brew. So we have Start Brew Espresso Quad. Okay, here we go. All right, now here we have our quad shot of espresso, and I gotta tell you that this is how I start my day every day. This really wakes me up. So I like to make these cold iced coffee drinks in the morning. I use a quad shot, and it's fantastic. Now, I'm gonna take you over this way, and we're gonna show you how to put this frozen coffee drink together. So come over here with me, and I'll show you how. I'm gonna make this a salted caramel drink. So I'm just going to use a couple of shots, or 3 or 4 of that, flavor. Pour the milk in here to about 8 ounces. Now we're going to plug in our coffee. That's a quad shot. Let me get this full of ice. I'll be right back. Hang out right here. Almost everybody has these red cups around, so that's full of ice, and that's 2 cups of ice actually is what that is. So we'll put this on here, nice and tight, lock this in. Now we're going to turn this on and press this to a medium. I'm sorry, the middle button rather. And that's the frozen section. It only takes a few seconds. All right, now we just put a little decoration on top. You can use whatever you like. And there you have a fantastic frozen coffee. And I assure you, my cameraman cannot wait until we finish this so he can have this drink. Looks great. Set this aside. All right, here's the frozen coffee drink. You can put any kind of sweeteners in here that you like Sweet and Low, or if you want to use Splenda. I use some of the salted caramel sweetener from Tirani. That's in here, so we have a great salted caramel frozen drink right here for you. If you went to Starbucks, you're gonna pay about $7 for that drink. So you can see how super easy it is. Now I'm gonna do our last drink. I'm gonna get us set up to do the cold brew, and that's my favorite one. And let me get that set up. We'll be right back for the last one, and then we're gonna wrap up our details about this beautiful Ninja Luxe Cafe machine. Be right back. Okay, my friends, we're down to the last coffee. It's gonna be a cold brew coffee, which is one of my favorite ones. So to make the cold brew coffee, we also have to use the Luxe basket, which is for the quad espresso also. So if you watch right here, it's going to give us a number because we're going to be making a cold brew. So it wants this grind size to be a 23. So we're going to move it over to a 23 and then press start grind. You can see again that it has put this all the way in there. You don't need to tamp it down usually. Just got to shake it a little bit, did a great job. All right. So now we'll move this over here. We have our cup of ice, which we'll put here. And now, let me tell you that the cold brew takes between 5 and 10 minutes to do. So we're gonna get this going. I'm gonna get the froth going for us, and then we're gonna come back and I'll show you what the cold brew looks like after it's completed. It's gonna take about 5 to 10 minutes for it to do. We'll be right back. While this is getting ready, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do the foam on this one, the froth of the foam. You wanna move this all the way over here to the right. See that one? And then you see a little snowflake right there. That's an indication that it's gonna be cold. So this is 3 ounces of half and half. Just pour that in, press this, and this will be ready for us when the cold brew is ready. All right, be right back. All right, my friends, the cold brew coffee is ready. And here we have the cold cream going on the top, which makes it extra special. And I'm looking forward to having this one. It's one of my favorites. So it looks really good. Of course, I'm going to be putting in some sweetener into this because it's going to be very strong, but yeah, it tastes really, really good. Nice and strong, just the way I like it. Let's talk about who this machine is for and who this machine is not for. So if you're a person who just likes really classic coffees, regular coffees, I would not buy this machine because you're going to have to be changing out the beans. It's going to be a hassle. I do think the Keurig machine is best for you if you just like regular classic coffees. If you like espresso drinks, this is a great machine for you. And I didn't show this to you before, but the recipes for many of these drinks are right here on the side, and you can follow those details and you can make all those drinks for yourself. I'm very, very happy with this machine. I think it's a very nice machine. I'm not sponsored by Ninja in any way. I spent my own money buying this machine to show you, but I have lots of machines, coffee machines. I have the Jura machine, which is super automatic, fully automatic. I have the Keurig machine, and I have an Espresso. This one works very good because it does several things and even brings the frothing mechanism in here all into one unit. So very happy with it. I would encourage you to buy this if you are a coffee fanatic like we are. You think about how much money it costs, which is 500 bucks for the machine. I know it's a lot of money, but think about if you go to Starbucks or Dutch Brothers or someplace like that, once or twice a day, you're spending $8 to $16 a day on coffee drinks. You can do it at home right from here, and within 1 month's time, you'd have your super nice coffee machine paid for. All right, do us a favor, let us know what you think. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below. Please tell me your thoughts about this machine. Tell me if you like it or you don't like it. I would appreciate it. Do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button so that more and more people can see our videos, and you can become a supporting member of our channel. You can hit the join button down below, and you can become a kitchen assistant, a sous chef, or even an executive producer of the show. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this one, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.